Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to episode 3 of the new wave of traditional heavy metal primer, alongside, as always, Mr. Rich Catino in the co-captain's chair.
What's up, man?
How
What's up, guys?
you doing?
All right, how's it going?
Going. It's going. It's cloudy,
Cloudy?
overcast here in the Hudson Valley. I'm sure down in Jersey it's fairly similar.
Yep. And
Yeah.
last time I saw you was this show, right? Armored Saint
Yes,
Queens,
the
I
Queens right a
think.
couple weeks ago. Yeah, time's just
Yeah.
flying by already, man. Geez, we're almost done with May already. I got one more show coming up tomorrow, the Dixie Dregs and the Steve Morse Band. Then I'm taking a chill for a while because it's been way too much of late.
Dude, how many shows within the past 2 months?
Oh, I've been to three in the last like 4 weeks, but I could have
Right.
gone to way more.
I
Uh,
know.
it's
I
just
know.
everything is clustered in April and May, and I mean I think
Yeah.
June kicks off. You got like Overkill and then Symphony X, but then there's not a lot after that. I don't think, right?
No.
Until September and October.
Right.
October is ridiculous.
And
October is
in full, we got, what is it? Powerwolf in September, Testament Creator and Possessed,
Yep, I'm going to that one. Yep,
uh, Iron Maiden in November, right?
yep.
Who else is in October? Some.
I've got Robin Trower in October. I've got Deep Purple in September. Uh, there's something else in October that I'm just totally spazzing on.
Sodom and Hyrax in Brooklyn, I want to say.
That's right. Yep, there's stuff popping up left and right.
Yeah.
I hate when they do this cluster thing. I'd rather like everything was kind of
Yeah.
spread out, you know. But I
Yeah.
guess in a way, you go to see a bunch of shows and you take some time off, then you go see a bunch of
Yeah.
shows, take some time off. I guess that's not terrible. But I will
This,
say you should have got to Saxon and Uriah Heep. That was great.
yeah.
Really great. Yeah.
Any different set list or what? Kind of the same group?
Yeah, I mean they both bands play different set lists to when I've seen them previously.
Okay.
Saxon really mixed it up quite nice. You had like a handful of classics and then stuff from the 90s and the 2000s, like a good amount of both, some stuff from the new album.
Cool.
Heap did kind of the same thing. They played three songs off the new album, a bunch of classics from the 70s, even like one or two, maybe, a little bit more minor songs from the
Yeah.
70s. So really well done. Really well. Both bands were just sounded
Cool.
great. Really good. So
That one, Vicious Rumors and Raven, I passed on, and surprisingly, I didn't go to Blind Guardian and Night Demon, but that was Mother's Day. I mean, come on, couldn't do
yeah,
that,
yeah, you
you
really
know?
can't. It's hard to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen them probably a half a dozen times, if not more. So I was,
I've never seen Night Demon. I would have liked to have seen them. I've seen Blind Guardian before, but
yeah,
that's a pretty good bill. So, and we
they're
talked about Night
doing well,
Demon on the previous episode, right? So,
right?
yeah. So for all those who maybe are stumbling upon this show for the first time, this is all about bringing to you guys, and some of these bands are new to us as well.
Mm,
These younger bands, well, I don't know, some of them aren't all that young, the guys in the band, but
yeah,
they're newish bands who have been around over the last 15 to 20 years who are going back and playing traditional early 80s metal that could be influenced by stuff like Armored Saint
right,
or Judas Priest and Iron Maiden or the thrash scene or the very early power metal scene like Halloween, Blind Guardian, that sort of thing.
right,
And even some of these bands even have a little bit of the kind of the glam and the hair metal aspects to them as well. But it's more like they revisit classic sounds from the 80s. That's what it's all about. And there's
yeah,
bands from all over creation. We'll be talking bands from all around the globe today. Um, and there's a lot of them. So
there
every
is.
episode we're doing five, and there's no shortage of them. And you guys watching them have been great in recommending other bands in the comments that we maybe haven't considered yet. So we'll get to everything. Just keep it
Yeah,
coming. And
we're we're always going back and forth, just so I don't forget. We're always texting each other, right? To write this band down, write that band down, so we don't forget.
yeah, there's a long list already, and there's so many good ones. And like I've been trying real hard, for each of the five bands that we're going to talk about each episode. I'm trying to get some of the CDs
Yeah.
for hard copies because I like having this stuff anyway. But
Mhm.
sometimes some of these bands don't release physical copies; they only release digital. So we do run into that
Yeah.
occasionally with one of the ones that we're going to talk about today. But so we picked out five. We're going to start on a band that Jamie Laszlo recommended to us,
Yeah.
and they're from Raleigh, North Carolina, and the band is called Mega Colossus.
Yeah.
And They have been around since about 2005, so they've been around now almost 20 years.
Mm.
They've got four full lengths, and they call themselves adventure metal. I don't really know what adventure metal is because I think adventure metal, if I'm guessing right and listening to their music, that's basically epic metal, right?
Yeah, it's very power metal-ish, but not
Grandiose.
completely. Yeah, it's not completely over the top though. It's
No,
got a lot of traditional metal aspects, a lot of Judas Priest twin guitar harmonies going on, but there's also those really kind of bright, like gamma ray power metal kind of hooks going on too.
a lot of hooks here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. In the band, we've got Bill Fisher on lead guitars, and he also I think he used to be in Bloody Hammers. Some people might have heard of Bloody Hammers. They're a pretty cool band. Sean Buchanan on lead vocals, really good singer. Doza Mendoza on drums, Anthony McCauley on bass, and Chris Millard is on lead guitars as well. So it's basically a five-piece. Here's Riptime is their previous album. Their brand new album that just came out recently
Mm.
is called Showdown.
Yeah. Cool artwork too. The first
Yeah,
one, the other one, Rip Time, interesting. It's almost like a hybrid of different ideas, right?
totally is. Yeah, it looks a little bizarre, but I mean, I don't
Yeah.
dislike it because I like stuff like that. But you can
Yeah.
see the artwork on the back is very reminiscent to it's probably the same guy drawing it on the
Uh-huh.
front. And let me just pull the booklet out, see what else we got in here to show. I don't believe there's any pictures of the band, but it's almost like a comic book, Rich.
Yeah.
Because you got the lyrics here and you got additional
Cool.
stuff kind of finishing out the
Yeah.
story. Oh, there they are.
I like the way they draw their artwork. It's a little bit different. It's not as, I don't know, maybe it's not as bright in the color schemes. It's a little more
Yeah, it's
um
like pastel, like blue pastel, and
maybe a little monochromatic at times too, but I
yeah,
like it. It's different from other bands that I've seen.
it totally is different. And I get a total like kind of like maybe I don't know, like indie comic book kind of feel to it.
Yes,
Really cool.
yes. It's a good call.
And the album is very short. I mean, it's only 35 minutes, but it's
Mhm.
consistently high energy throughout. Very melodic,
Right.
catchy heavy metal. I mean, his vocals are just soaring all over the place. And
Mhm.
man, the guitar work is just absolutely ripping throughout.
And not too much screaming. It's more
Not at all. Not at all.
not like screaming, you know what I mean by scream, but hitting screams like Halford kind of screams
Yeah, yeah.
Or Ralph Sheepers or something like that. It's more of the singing quality going on.
Yep. And this is on Cruz del Sur Music, which is a good label for them to be on because
Mhm.
they do a lot of stuff like this, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I really like Fortune and Glory, the opener. It's just anthemic, I guess, when you think about what they call themselves, adventure metal, and it's supposed to be
Yeah.
this exciting kind of that song totally is that, right? I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it's power metal, but it's not European power metal at all.
Right.
Very, very cool. I will say the riffs and the lead guitar work is really kind of technical. And,
Yeah.
from the one thing I do give them a little bit of demerits on this album is that the guitar tone throughout every single song is
Mhm.
absolutely identical. It's the same. They don't really mix up the tone at all. But
Yeah.
that being said, I'm nitpicking because the guitar work is brilliant. I mean, the riffs are killer, the solos are killer, and you really can't fault this album. It's like 35 minutes of just like it just doesn't stop. But it's all really catchy. It's very
Yeah.
appealing to the
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah.
Um,
But if you listen to the previous album talking about the guitar tone, I think on Riptime, like Razor City, the first song or a couple of those songs, it is a little different, slightly more aggressive, I think, and edgy.
yeah,
They kind of remind me of Vicious Rumors at times, with the
that's a good
level of
comparison.
shred and aggression coming at you.
Yeah. You know what I was reminded of on the new album, and again, it's not really a bad thing, but you know how like the first Boston album, Tom
Yeah,
Schultz has that rock man guitar sound. The whole album is just saturated with that.
yeah,
That's like this album. It's got this guitar tone that permeates every single song. It's
mhm,
great, but it's almost like you wish they would do like just like you said, the previous album, there's stuff that's
yeah,
a little bit raw on there, whereas this is
yeah,
just it's very, very pristine. I can't really knock it though, because it's just really
mhm,
good.
yeah,
What else? Outrun Infinity is a great track. That's got this nice gallop going to it if you like that kind of like Maiden type of thing. Grab the
Mm.
Sun's got lots of twin guitars. Wicked Road is really cool. That's like a little slower, a little majestic. I like that a lot. Great
Yeah.
guitar harmonies, and Take to the Skies is killer as well. I mean, there's nothing bad on here, nothing at all.
Yeah. Yep. Get that in Riptime. Really good albums.
Yeah, I would highly recommend this. And you can get them directly from the band on their Bandcamp page. That's what I did. And I'll drop links to all the Bandcamp pages for everybody below so you can go investigate, listen, and consider a purchase. So we'll do that. And next up, we're going to go over to Germany for all you fans who love Merciful Fate and King Diamond. Band is called Attic. And they've
And
got
neither one of us have a CD on us right now.
no, because it's very they either didn't make any CDs or they ran out of them really quickly. So I'm going to switch over to Prezi for a second here, folks, just so you can see
The latest one, which is very cool. The what is it called? The Return of the Witchfinder.
Return of the Witchfinder. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think if you are a fan of early Merciful Fate and King Diamond
Yeah.
solo stuff,
Yeah.
and they don't make any bones about it either. It's just
No.
it's really kind of blatant,
Yeah.
which it's
I mean, somebody's got to carry on those sounds, right? Because King
yeah,
Diamond is a legend. Merciful Fate, they're the legend. So when he retires, he's not going to be doing this forever. At
yeah.
least this band is going to carry on that legacy in some level.
All right, why is Prezi not working? Let's see. Bear with me, guys. I would like to show this album cover because I think it's a really cool album cover.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But they do everything that Fate and King do, right? The twin harmonies and the vocals, the falsetto, the screaming, the storytelling,
Yep, here we go.
everything.
The album cover right there. So it's a pretty evil looking album cover.
Yeah.
Um,
Your
so
screen just switched, by the way, Pete?
yeah, that's what happens when you do the Prezi. It switches it switches
Oh,
me.
okay.
It keeps yeah, it's ridiculous, but at least you get to see the album cover.
Yeah.
So let's see. So these guys are going back to 2012. All their lyrics are basically horror, like occult stuff. So if you like that
Mhm.
more kind of evil sound and evil lyrics, this is right up your alley. The guys in the
Story.
band are Kati on guitars, Meister Cagliostro on vocals, Chris on bass, JP on drums, and Max Pover on guitars. And some of these guys have also been in other bands called The Witching Hour, Night Eternal, Blood Atonement, Warhammer. Maybe people might have heard of some of these bands.
Mm.
So yeah, the new album's called Return of the Witchfinder. I mean, he's really going for the King Diamond thing here.
Yeah.
And
He
he's
does it
pretty
well.
close, right? He's
Yeah.
pretty damn close.
At times sounds just like him.
Yeah, yeah. I think that I mean, some of my favorite tracks on it. I think The Thief's Candle is really good. Darkest Rites, I really like the title track. I really like Azrael, and
Mm.
Baleful Baron is really good. It's just dark and just kind of menacing, just like the classic
Yeah.
Merciful Fate stuff. I think the only thing with this album, the guitar work is really good, but they ain't no Michael Denner and Hank Sherman.
Yeah,
I mean,
but at times I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh my God, that is so Merciful Fate.
yeah,
It's great.
it just
I like it. I appreciate it.
I think it's really good too. I
Yeah.
just, it's not, I think where they need, I think like from the leads and the solo stuff, I
Yeah.
think they're really, really good. I don't find the riffs as memorable on this as some of the classic King Diamond stuff or Merciful Fate stuff
Yeah.
specifically. But,
Yeah.
not everybody's Merciful Fate, right? That's kind of hard to do. But otherwise, I think if you're just in the mood for, a blast of Merciful Fate,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with this. You really can't.
Yeah.
So. So
Yep.
yeah, and they've got, like I said, they've got a couple of other albums. This is their third full length, so I'll drop
Great.
the link to their Bandcamp page down below, so you guys can go investigate it. If you love Merciful Fate and King Diamond, you got to hear it. If
Yeah.
I know some people are probably like, do I really want to hear a copycat band? I get it, but
Yeah.
it's fun and it's a really good listen. So it's
Right. And like I was saying, somebody's got to carry on some of this stuff, right? It's like all these other bands, they're carrying on old music from the new wave of British heavy metal and the American side, like Garment Saint and Sabotage and those kind of bands. So when
yeah,
they all retire, it's going to be good to have these other bands around, right?
yeah, true. And in the meantime, I know we've been promised the new Merciful Fate album for years, but in the meantime, you can listen to this and get the same vibe. So
Well, there's a new Merciful Fate song out.
Oh yeah, that song is great.
Yeah, the Jackal of something, I think it's called,
Yeah, it's with
which is about a year or so old, which is
Jackal and the
great.
Mummy or some weird thing. It's yeah,
It's great. It was
it's
awesome.
yeah, I really like it a lot. And they were playing it live, and it's like really good.
Yeah. King Diamond's got a new song out. He's got an album coming out. So
Yep, I think we'll see the King album before we'll see the Merciful Fate album, is my guess. But
yeah.
all right, we're gonna move over to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, for a band that I'm sure if you guys follow Bryce Talks Metal, he's a big fan of these guys. He's talked about them on SOT and on his channel many times. That
Yeah.
band is called Skullfist. I've
Yeah.
got the brand new one, Paid in Full. Rich has got one of their earlier ones there.
The one that he always raves about, and I love it too, Chasing the Dream.
Yep. And
That's my
what year
favorite
is that
by
one?
them
What
still.
year
Was
is
that?
that one, Rich?
Um 14, 2014.
Wow, so that's when they're all that's old. So yeah, that's so they've been around since 2006.
Great
So
album.
yeah,
It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it.
as is this one. So they've got four full lengths. This is just classic metal. Some of their stuff is kind of speed metal, early
Hmm.
80s speed metal. You got Zach Slaughter is the main guy in the band. He's on lead vocals, guitars. You got Casey Guest on bass, JJ Tartaglia on drums, and Brett Overkill on guitars. And he's pretty new to the band. He joined after they released this album. This album is their most recent, came out in 2022. They're
Hmm.
on Atomic Fire now, which is that offshoot label from coming from Nuclear Blast. So there's a lot of that's, I guess, for a band like this, that's kind of the big time, right?
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah, I don't know, Rich. What could you say about this band?
I can't talk enough about that album, Chasing the Dream, really. I like the other two as well, the previous one and the new one too, but Hour to Live and the song Bad for Good is so catchy. Chasing the Dream, Call of the Wild, Shred's Not Dead. Obviously, they're shredding on that one, right? You're Gonna Pay, Don't Stop the Fight, Mean Street Rider. Everything on this album is awesome. Really. Kind of fast
yeah,
sometimes, kind of mid tempo sometimes, catchy, great singing, great guitars, everything you want, you know.
I mean, you just hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of variety on these albums. Even on the new album, you get some that
Yeah.
are more mid-tempo, really melodic, catchy stuff,
Mhm.
and then you got the speedy rippers, and so they alternate.
Yeah. Like on this album is let's see, Hour to Live, Sign of the Warrior, You're Gonna Pay, Mean Street Rider, Killer.
Yeah, and this album, songs to look out for. I mean, the title track is just so good. I mean, he's such a good singer too.
Yeah.
They're doing like these sweet picking stuff on the guitar solo. It's just like, man, listen
Mhm.
to that shit.
How's
Long
that
Live
jam
the
sound? Very
Fist.
old school, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's yeah, here they are. It's just a trio on this album. But like I said, they
Mhm.
added the new to the second guitar player recently. Long Live the Fist is good. I love the crunchy Crush Kill Destroy. I mean, some of these song titles are just so like Neanderthal, but who cares? It's just fun. Blackout is
Mhm.
great. Madman is like on this album the kind of slower track, but it's really heavy. Really good. Great guitar tone. The guitar tone on this album is just crushing. For the last time, is speed metal, heavier than metal, also really fast. Warrior than
Heavier than metal.
Sisterhood. Yeah, I mean the titles are just hilarious, right? It's just
Yeah,
it's
heavier
like
than metal.
that's I don't know. And this is only 33 minutes, so another really short album, but man, not a
Uh,
second is wasted.
and that's
So
the album before it.
there you go.
Way of the Road. Can you see it?
Yep, yep,
It's hard for me to see. I got a little bit of a glare today from the light coming in from the windows. But
cool. Yeah, good band. Bryce, you are absolutely correct. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna look to get a few more of theirs because I really like this one a lot. So
Do we know if they played in America much touring?
that I do not know. Maybe some folks watching can
Because I've never seen them and I'd like to see them.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure maybe they played a festival or two.
And did a couple of maybe
Yeah,
small tours.
I think they played Hell for Heroes down in
Yeah.
Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember Bryce, they may have played like last year, because I know Bryce went down
Mhm.
to that and joined a bunch of Hudson Valley Squares guys down there. So they might have played that, but I don't know 100%. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, some of these bands we don't really see here often enough, and they should all just get on a tour together and just do it. You know?
Yeah. Like last year when I saw Night Demon and who was the other one I saw? Hold on. And they opened up for Satan.
Yeah, that's a great show right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great show. All right, let's move on to Switzerland.
We're all
We're
over
all
the
over
place.
creation today. This is a band called Burning Witches. Rich and I just saw them live recently. They opened up
Yep.
for KK's Priest,
Yeah.
all female band. They got their start in 2017. They've been pretty busy. They got 5 full-length releases already, and this is just traditional power metal.
Somewhat, I would say it's much more connected to, I would say, Warlock and Doro.
Well, yeah, to me, it's like, especially on the latest album, it's like a collision of Warlock and Judas Priest,
Yeah.
classic Priest. That's basically what
Yep.
it's all about. Which you could say is early power metal, right? I guess sort of. But
Mhm.
we got in the band, we got Janine Grob on bass, Layla Frischknecht on drums, Romana Kalkuhi, I guess she says her name, Laura Gildemond on vocals. She's excellent. Got to meet her at the show.
Yep.
Larissa Ernst was on guitars in the band. She has recently left the band, and now we got Courtney Cox from the Iron Maidens on
Right.
lead guitar. She's brand new
Yep.
to the band. She just joined last year. We got to see
Yep.
her play with the band. So, but yeah, so now it's kind of like this Swiss American, and I even think Laura Gildemond, the singer, I think she's from. I don't think she's Swiss. I think she's from Scandinavia. I think, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. But
Becoming
the rest of
international.
yeah, the rest of the band are all from Switzerland. So yeah, and like I said, 5 full lengths. This is the brand new one. This is called The Dark Tower. It just came out last year on Napalm Records. So they're also on a big label. You
Yeah.
got they were on Nuclear Blast before that for The Witch of the North. These
And I
albums,
was listening to Hex and Hammer today, which is also really good. I like that one a lot.
that's really good as well. I got that right here. That was on Nuclear Blast. So they were
Yeah.
previously on Nuclear Blast. And then you got Dance with the Devil. Rich, if you haven't heard this one's terrific.
Is that
Mike,
the one where they cover Sabotage, Paul the Mountain King? Or is it
uh,
Hex and Hammer? I can't remember right now. But they do a cover of that song, and it's really good.
yeah, they do Battle Hymn on here
All right, so it's probably the Hex and
from
Hammer one. I
Man of
got it.
War. So it's yeah, it might be on Hex and Hammer,
Yeah.
and it might be a. I mean, they do Holy Diver on this one, but they do some covers every now and then, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, really good band. Like I said, all female, and Laura Gildemond joined the band, I believe, 3 albums ago. So she wasn't on the first two, if I remember correctly. And she's a really good singer, and she's great live. So they
Hmm.
went from Nuclear Blast to Napalm, so they're still in the mix on a big metal label. I'll talk about the new album a bit. So I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's like a jacked up Warlock Doro,
Yep.
but blended with classic Priest. I mean, you got some great songs on here. Unleash the Beast is just terrific. Renegade's got lots of hooks. Evil Witch got that
Yeah, I
gallop.
love The Witch. Yeah.
That's a really good one.
House of Blood.
House of Blood is great.
Love the title track. They did that live too, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
World on Fire's got some really nice twin guitars. I also
Mm.
like too, I've noticed on all their albums, they have at least one kind of like moody, almost ballad type track. And on
Yes.
here, it's the song is called Tomorrow. They do those
Mhm.
really, really well because even though they're kind of like a little mellower, they're still
Right.
kind of heavy and like ominous sounding. I think they do the
Yeah.
slow stuff really well. And Laura's vocals are really, she can do the high pitched shrieking thing. She does
Right.
little kind of gruff, growly things on a couple songs
She
some
does.
of the previous albums, but it's kept to a
Yeah.
minimum. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with any of these albums if you like classic metal. And if you didn't think that chicks could play serious heavy metal, you got to listen to this because they certainly can. This is good stuff. Let me see if I can get a picture of the band here inside of
It
here.
is Pete, it is the Witch of the North where they did the Mountain King song.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me pull out the booklet here. I know there's got to be a photograph of them so you guys can see.
And when they played with KK's Priest, there was the place was pretty packed for them, right?
It
And
totally was.
they loved it. They were, and I think you told me too when they got done playing, there was a line of people out there for the merch too, right? And to meet
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Laura the singer was out there at the merch booth as well as Jay the bass player.
Mm.
What's her name again? Janine Grob. She calls herself Jay. She was there as well. So yeah, really good band and really good stage presence. And like I said, if you're all familiar here in the U.S. with the Iron Maidens, Courtney Cox, she's done a lot in recent years. She's one of the of all the up and coming female guitar players, she's gotten a lot of
Yeah.
press. Um,
Yep.
and she's now in the band too, and she's fits right in. So yeah, definitely recommend Burning Witches. You can easily get any of these CDs anywhere you buy because they're, like I said, Nuclear Blast and now
Yeah.
on Napalm Records. So very, very simple to go to
And
collect.
they're probably one of the leaders from this movement, right? I would say one of the bigger names.
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, they're fairly popular now. So yeah, if
Yeah.
you haven't caught them yet, check them out because they're going to be everywhere soon. It wouldn't surprise me to see them coming back over to maybe do like a small headline tour at this point. Right.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
know, and it would be great if they took out two of these other bands now, right? Since they're so popular, they could actually do that, I bet. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're one of the bands that everybody's been telling us about. They're like, what about Skullfist? What about Burning Witches? So we got two of them in this episode now.
Yep, absolutely. And then to finish us all off here, we're going to go to Fresno, California
Mm.
for the band Haunt, another band that, and considering these guys are like basically on their own private label,
Yeah.
they have been releasing stuff left and right. You know
Like
what, Rich, I
crazy.
almost fell out of my chair. They've
I
only been
know.
around since 2017. They've got 10
2017.
full-length albums already.
Is
10
that amazing or what? And there's singles and there's EPs. I'm looking right now.
EPs and splits. I don't.
Two splits, two EPs, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight singles, I think.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. They
Yeah.
they are so prolific. It's just
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we were joking about this before we started shooting today. So about a month ago, or since we did the last episode, when we decided we were going to do Haunt,
Right.
I went onto their Bandcamp page and they were having a sale on their discography on
Yeah, you
CD.
told me about it. I took advantage of
And
it.
so I
Yep.
told Rich about it, and we both went and we scooped up like a whole bunch of their catalog and whatnot. And then, but
Right.
little did we know that like right after we did that, they released
Yeah.
another brand new album.
Because this is the most recent one from 2023, which was in my top five, but might have been my number one at Brave Words, I
Right.
think, if I'm correct. So yeah, this was already out in 2023. And then you were telling me that there's one called Dreamer that's out
It just came
already.
out. It just
Yeah.
came out. So I'm like, man, it's like, so I went and ordered that this morning. So I don't have a physical copy to show you guys, but
Same
this is
here.
it right here. Another great album cover. Their album covers are just ridiculously good.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. I like the hand with a little bit of blood dripping and the skull at the end of it.
Yeah, it's awesome. All their album covers are kind of really kind of creepy looking. Here's
Yeah.
here's another one here.
Almost like an 80s horror movie style, right?
That's exactly what it looks like. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've
Yeah.
got so many albums, but like I said, you can get on their Bandcamp page for really, really cheap. Yeah, I just or the
Yeah.
one that Rich just held up is a re-recording of a lot of their early
Yeah. It's called
singles and EP
Prime.
stuff, all re-recorded with better technology. I ordered that. You can get that for $2 on their Bandcamp page, folks. You can't beat that.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I know, support the band. And then I was telling you I got this one, which you don't have, is a compilation where you get even
Compilation.
more songs.
Yep.
I got a glare. Hold on. Yeah, this is called Chariot Volume 1.
And what songs are on that, Rich? I know that's got a lot of songs on it.
Ugh, it's a double disc.
Yeah.
Luminous Eyes, uh, Reflectors, Frozen in Time. That's a cool one. If Icarus Could Fly, Defender, Light the Beacon, Hearts on Fire, Mind Freeze. That's one of their album songs.
Yep.
Title track, right? Actually, that's from the album. Mind Freeze. That's
Yep.
this
That's
one.
right
Yep.
here. Yep.
Yeah. You got Mind Freeze on here. Beautiful Distraction. That was another EP that they did. A lot of songs, double disc.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so if
they
you
do
want
have a few compilations, and like I
to
said,
go
some
with
of
that
them,
one.
yeah, and they're all really affordable. So, like,
Yeah.
if you dig these guys, and I don't know why anybody wouldn't. So, let me get a little bit of history here. So, 10 full length albums, splits, EPs, singles, all sorts of stuff. 2017, just classic metal. Just
Yeah.
very melodic, but classic metal. Trevor William Church is the main guy in the band. He's founded the band. He's kind of calls all the shots. He lead vocals, guitars. He also plays a little bit of bass. Also, I guess he was in Beastmaker and Devil Cross,
Yes.
Hysteria, and he's been in a bunch of other bands. He also
Mhm.
has played with Satan live as well. Andres Alejandro Saldate is on drums. He joined the band in 2020. Andy Lee on guitars, he joined in 2021, and their brand new bass player who just joined last year is Sammy Harmon as well. So this album right here, this is Dreamers. This just came out. So I listened to, I don't have a hard copy, but I listened to
Yes.
it to get ready for this.
Previous
Uh,
one.
so professional sounding. Even
Yes.
this one
Well,
was
it's independently done. It's so well recorded, right?
yeah, really well recorded. I mean, you would think that this is on like a major label with like a lot of bucks behind them, but it's really not. And I like the design on the inside. It looks like a classic shot from like 1982, but it's not,
Yeah.
right? Um,
Check out from that album, by the way, Fight the Good Fight. There's actually a video for it too. Did you see that one?
yeah,
Like they're just when they get a good song that's catchy and hooky and melodic, it's great, right? So if you need a starting point for these guys, check out Fight the Good Fight
yep, yep.
off
Off
that.
of Golden Arm. I'm really impressed. I tell you, because I was getting ready to discuss this one today,
Yeah.
but then I found out the Dreamers was the brand new one, so I went and I listened to that and I took notes for that one to tell
Uh-huh.
people about the new one. But man, you can't go wrong with this one at all.
No.
But I'll give everybody some stuff to check out on the brand new album Dreamers. Serenade is really good, catchy, great riffs, locked out, kind of proggy because some of their guitar work is really intricate and technical.
Yes.
And I think they're kind of moving in that direction, which is really good. But the songs are the hooks are there. Steel
Mm-hmm.
Mountains is rips. Return to Sender is a total headbanger. Great guitar tone on here. They do a cover. You remember that song, Rich, from the 80s, Send Me an Angel by that band Real Life? Send me an
No.
angel. Yeah, I know you know it. It was all over MTV.
Probably do. I have to hear it. Yeah.
If you heard it, you'd know it. They do a cover of that on here, which is
Cool.
heavy. It's got lots of keyboards and it almost sounds like Rush. If Rush were to like
Nice.
do that song, that's what it would sound like. Very, very
Awesome.
cool. Title
Yeah.
track is great. One Chance is kind of like prog metal. And I really like his voice because I think he's got a higher pitched vocal style, but he's
Mm-hmm.
not too high. He
No.
keeps it like within range.
And he
Um,
doesn't use it a lot.
no, but he's in that zone. Like,
Yes.
like think of I'm trying. He doesn't sound like anybody else.
I was gonna say if you put him against Burning Witches and the other bands that we were just talking about, they don't sound. He doesn't sound the same as everybody else. Some of these bands, the vocals, the way they sing, either the aggression or the level of their high level, whatever range they're in, they do sound kind of similar sometimes. But the Haunt doesn't sound like Burning Witches, and Burning Witches doesn't sound like the other bands. You know, they don't sound like Attic, and Attic doesn't sound like Mega Colossus. They're all definitely different vocal deliveries.
Yeah, all these bands today are all unique from each other. None of them are sound at all alike. You know,
Right.
Skullfist is very original sounding, and
Yeah.
I mean, I say original sounding, but they don't sound like each other. All these bands borrow
Yeah.
from all the greats of yesteryear for sure,
They do.
but they all have a very unique sound. So yeah.
Do you hear? I know we talked about this in the previous episodes. Do you hear much of the new wave of British heavy metal in these bands or no?
From time to time. I don't know
Yeah.
about these ones though.
I don't think
Um,
I do either. I know last episode and maybe the first one we did reference like Satan and Tigers of Pantang and uh, Demon and Saxon and Diamond Head. I don't think I hear in these bands too much of those, right? As I'm looking at these names, maybe Mega Colossus at times and maybe Haunt. But other than that, it's a lot of just traditional priest, Dio, maiden metal, maybe.
yeah, because I mean, like Burning Witches, we both cited Warlock and Priest, but we're not talking
Yeah,
about that. That's later 80s, right?
correct. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these kind of, other than little elements here and there, I don't think any of them are
yeah,
derivative of the new wave of British heavy metal stuff at all.
yeah,
Which is cool. So
yeah. Hmm.
what we'll do, as always, is down in the comments below, I will drop the Bandcamp links to all five of these bands so you can go check them out and give them a listen and see what you think. Hopefully, you guys have found some new bands to like here and dig into. And we're going to do this again in a couple of weeks with five more. One of whom we've already decided on. That will be Striker, but we're going to pick four more to go with them, and we'll
Another one
announce.
of the mostly requested names, right? Which, yes, we
Yeah,
did not forget them.
yeah. We're going to try with each of these episodes to put at least one or two bigger names,
Yeah,
more notable names, as well as some, more obscure stuff. And it's been good because every episode, I've had a couple bands I've never listened to before that have been a part of this, which is cool. There's just so many, so many.
yeah, I know. But we're not forgetting about any. Do you want to mention what was sent to us recently from Gatekeeper, the singer from
Yeah,
Gatekeeper?
yeah,
Since we both got a little gift package from him, thank you
yep,
very much.
yep. So this old app, I mean, I reviewed it on the channel here the other day, but Odin
Yeah.
Fist absolutely needs to be mentioned here. That's
Okay.
the lead singer and guitar player from Gatekeeper. It's his other band. If you like, I mean, this, fits right alongside. And here's that. Yeah, that I haven't listened to that. That's
Okay.
the
He sent
split,
us
right?
that one too.
Yep. All classic metal stuff. The Odin Fist is a lot of fun. I dig it a lot. So if you like the Gatekeeper, he's basically singing the exact same way, but the music is maybe a little bit less epic, more straightforward metal. So really good stuff.
Tyler Anderson, by the way, if you're watching, thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, we got those two, and then I know you already had it, but he sent me the Gatekeeper album, which we both spoke very highly of
Oh, that's great. Yeah, yeah,
from Western Shores.
yeah,
So thanks for sending me that, plus the other two new CDs to check out.
yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm still waiting. I ordered the previous Gatekeeper, and it still hasn't arrived. I know it takes forever to get here, but
Yeah,
yeah. So cool. So we'll be back in a few weeks, probably sometime in June, with the next episode. Five more bands for you. So down below, check out the links. Let us know what you think of some of these bands. If you have other additional new wave of traditional heavy metal bands that we should put on our radar for future episodes, put
yep,
it down below. We got a long list going, so we'll get to them as we get to them, right?
yep. Thanks for checking it out. We're getting a lot of
Yeah.
good positive feedback on this stuff, you know?
Yeah, the comments have been really, really good. So, like I said, the whole point of it is to hopefully point you guys in directions to discover some newer bands who are playing in a style that we all love from the past.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Hopefully we get some of those tours coming, right? Everybody will pair up with each other or do a three bill, three band bill.
Yep, exactly. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, Rich, what's going on with you over at Metal Asylum and Brave Words and Metal Hall of Fame? Anything new and exciting?
A couple things went up at Brave Words that I did a review of the new Riot 5, their new album, which is awesome. Have you heard it yet?
I got it coming. I should have it on Monday.
Talk about, traditional heavy metal. They're still going great.
Yep.
Three or four of those shows I saw out of the like seven that we've been going to, those are up at Brave Words, like Ace and Angel and Queensryche and Armored Saint. That's up at Brave Words. I contributed to an article at the Metal Hall of Fame recently about Judas Priest, so I did that, and I'm probably writing another one coming up soon, maybe for next month. And all the pictures and everything that I do, I always post them at Metal Asylum to the Facebook page. So check those out.
All right. Lots happening. Let's see what
Yeah.
do we got coming up here on the channel tomorrow. Oh, we got In the Prog Seat coming up on Tuesday night. Tomorrow's Ranking the Albums Day, and new album reviews coming up this week. I got some cool new stuff here for The Watchers. Great doom band if you haven't heard them. Really, really good. Got something from Rise Above Records. White Dog, very, very cool, kind of retro 70s hard rock there.
Oh,
Some new stuff from Inside Out has come in. I got new The Tangent, got new a bunch of other things. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff here. So it'll be a busy week as always here on the channel. And I think I got some other new releases coming in over the next couple of days. So it's hard to keep up with all this stuff, but you know what? It's
right.
you got to
We're
do.
managing. What's the next show you're going to be at? Might see you at Overkill in New Jersey at the Starlight.
I won't be at Overkill, but you'll have a good time. I saw them the last go around, so I'm going to skip
Okay.
this time. But yeah, I don't know. I got Dixie Dregs tomorrow night up in Albany and Steve Morse band, so I'll be at that, and then I'm going to probably lay low for a little bit. But things pop
Yeah.
up all the time, so you never know what the next
Yeah.
one is. So
Mostly everybody's doing the summer festival soon, so they'll be all out doing that thing.
yeah, for sure. Yep. So if you see us at a show, come say hi as you always do. I mean, I'll tell you, Rich, the Sea of Tranquility faithful were out in force at Saxon and Uriah Heep last week. Holy
I
cow.
saw it. That was the
Holy
New
cow.
York show, though.
They were
Yeah.
out in
We had the
force.
Jersey one that I missed, but yeah, there was a lot of you guys at the New York one.
Oh, yeah. Oof, crazy. Crazy. So yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. See you next month with another episode. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Check out these great new bands.
Yeah,
Some of them aren't
support the
all
new
that new, but
generation.
they're still hopefully new to you. And enjoy. Let us know what you think. We'll see you next time. For Rich Catino, I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.
Bye.